Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. It is Good Friday, Friday 30th of March 2018, and we've taken a break, and this is me popping in to say hi, to see how you're going. What's up? What's up, Trinbago? Stick on the line. Let's see who's out. Share the video. You ain't no bad man. Trinidad and Tobago buried a bad man today, a world boss. What's a world boss in Trinidad? World boss in Trinidad is if you learn how to manipulate the situation, break all the laws, get involved with all the bandits and corrupt people in state, in police, in government. Make that work for you. When you bury a world boss, they must have moe spraying at your cremation. Police must allow them to do donuts in the road in this mad-ass land. Trinidad confused. We have no idea where we're going. This is a country where you could name yourself world boss and they could put you in a coffin with millions of dollars of gold draped around here, and nobody in the country could explain who's responsible to find out how the hell you allowed to get there. In a nation where others who didn't want you there take you out and the police have no idea who. In the postage stamp island that you could fly around in 15 minutes, Trinidad and Tobago, Sharon and Sharon assassins get to exist in a gray area between law enforcement, and whatever the ass this is. But don't ask me, ask yourself, how we get here? How did Trinidad and Tobago get here? That the young people, I watch people, I had to remove from my wall today 10 people for RIP World Boss. 10 people that somehow ended up on my list. I watch a woman explaining in Trinidad and Tobago, these are the people that will choose to vote for Kamala and Keith again, you know. Yeah, she robbed we, yeah, he robbed we, but oh gosh, we get our box straight, oh gosh. And we could play cricket in Aruba Stadium. It cost me $2 billion to host one match, but oh God, it was a nice match. I had to remove them. I am looking around at a nation failing, not just because of the jackasses on top. I had to explain to a gentleman today in a grocery. I went to pick up 5 items in the grocery. It took me an hour and a half to get out. Every aisle, every corner is a stop and a talk and a chat. Phil, how we fixing this, Phil? When Marlene McDonald was sworn back into the 3rd time, the 2nd time she was sworn in, Bandit Rowley, criminal in charge, told you he removed her because of Berkey Burke. He brought her back, but Berkey Burke's still there, and nobody answered for the Berkey Burke bullshit yet. Nobody answer for that. But they forget. All they forget, because Bucky Buck is a world boss too. I see the videos in Hyatt. I see them. This is a country where criminals in Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber of Commerce is a criminal organization, 90% of the businesses in the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce cannot explain their position, their wealth. Immoral, unethical, illegal is the way to do business in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago. Powerful ladies of Trinidad and Tobago put out a post when Sharon get killed that glorify the man assassination. Like plotters know. The same plotters who want to go and light incense and shake chicken foot when Dana Sitahal get killed, them want to put Sharon in the ground, judge, jury, and executioner. This is Trinidad and Tobago. Plotters, Chamber of Commerce, estrogen sect. This is Trinidad and Tobago. People don't like me because I'm bright and are willing to call out all these shit snakes. You see, we live in a shit snake nest, a viper's paradise. This is a gangster club. Kamla Prasad Bisesa got to where she got because she's the best gangster in the UNC. Kid Rowley, of course he would have rise to the top of the PNN. Shit floats. Shit floats. Kid Rowley had to get there. Diana Kelly does not want to be in the PEP because Philip Alexander talks like this. So Diana Kelly, with her 3 followers, could post the difference between English potato and sweet potato and go to bed at night thinking she's making a better country for her child. But she's not. She's leaving him in danger. Because Diana Kelly has one champion, one hero, one guy outside there trying to make a better nation for cash. For her child, for her family. And that's me. But because Diana Kelly can't get over the fact that this is not an Easter egg hunt, Trinidad and Tobago is a viper's nest and a gangster's paradise. And if you're not willing to call shit shit, you're going to have to live in it. So she has 2 choices. Leave her family in escalating danger or get out. Get out. Yesterday in Piti Valley, in a gated community, the house next door to the security booth at 3 o'clock in the afternoon was robbed at gunpoint. Tell me what we're fighting for. Tell me. Tell me what I would come on a video like Maurice Nunes. Maurice Nunes, my good partner. Maurice, I know Maurice since I was a little boy. Maurice, everybody know Maurice Nunes. Maurice, it's hard to get Maurice to say a bad thing about people unless they're really into Bacchanal. Maurice had a stroke. I found out last night. I found out Maurice had a stroke. Maurice had to be in his late 40s, early 50s. Maurice got a stroke. My family telling me, get out of this, you cannot fix Trinidad and Tobago. I bet in that my family wrong. I bet in that there are enough good people in this country. Shamla Maraj was a member of the PEP, pushed the front to help with food production. Diana and Shamla pull square, pull aside. Neil Mohammed jumped out himself and doing some videos. Neil cannot be in a political party where we're going to war with a gangster's paradise, a viper's nest. These people all want to come and stand up in politics and pretend that if we light some incense and chant, we're going to fix it. We're going to fix it. That the evil in this country just waiting on a 2 rosary. They're waiting on me to dance in a circle. And if we dance wrong in a circle twice, they will say, oh shit, you know we wasn't supposed to be doing this. The Bankers Association will call an emergency meeting. If we all talk calm and without using any obscenities at all, the Bankers Association will call a meeting and decide to pay you interest. Even though the government is not regulating it. And the government will say, oh, we forgot. Yeah, let's write some regulations to the banks. But without that, the banks will pay you interest and will stop gouging you and raping you with fees. You see, you have a bank account in the bank right now. The bank is depleting as their source of funds. The bank treats your deposits as their source of funds now. And they need to just keep on working out different ways to take a little piece every time. Every Trinidadian with a piece of brain is telling you, want to make some money, find a way to get 1 million people to give you $1 a month. The banks figure it out. The banks figure it out. And you're taking that jam. You can't cuss. You can't line up. You can't stop. The only countries in the world that work have no Sharons. They have no Berkey Burks. You know why? Finland, Norway, Sweden, Switzerland, these countries, they're not in the Berkey Burke and the Sharon business. They're not in the memes about Ray Charles Otto. We full of shit. All of you, look at yourself. Malaria buzzing around your house tonight. Look at yourself. Look at what you are tolerating by your bullshit, by your inability to really stand up for this country. You see, this is not a country that needs prayers. This is a country that needs its people to take their democracy seriously, but you all are not doing it. And you don't have to follow me, but follow something that making sense. We gave you for free 21 policies packed coming out to dribble for you. Packed coming out to dribble. They're going to move some shells around. Look at here, see if you find it. Look, we give you one white man here, an ex-minister here, somebody with $30 million in a war chest there. See if you could pick among this gang who could really come and do anything to help you different from Kamala and Keith. That's what PACT is. A next bullshit show. We give them and all 21 policies. Last night I had to show the PEP. All the policies that the government talking about. I've been putting out as releases a year, 2 years ago. Everything. There is nothing being done in this country that we've not advocated for more than a year. It is the progressive, well, not really the Progressive Empowerment Party, but us and we who eventually became the Progressive Empowerment Party that have been fighting for Trinidad and Tobago. The Diego Martin bypass that Kamala Persad-Bissessar called the Diego Martin Highway. You see, she don't even know. She come down there once and cut a ribbon. She don't even know what she built, you know, because she never came. The Diego Martin Highway bypass that I designed, that took the road beyond Victoria Gardens and connected it where Acton Court was. That saved the people of Diego Martin hours of traffic lost every day that I designed. Kamala. It's not you. It's not Jack. It's not Suruj. It's not Hurricane George. It's Philip Edward Alexander. All you did was take my idea and give Calco a $391 million contract. But I wasn't fighting that, you know. It didn't matter who benefited, as long as the people of Diego Martin benefited, and forever I could claim that. You see, when we put 25,000 people on the road, Kamala, the year before we had 5,000, and Glenn Ramadas Singh come and stunt. The first time we had the Akil Chambers Justice for Children March, when we told you and your government pass the children's law, but you was playing the ass. Fund the Children's Authority, you was playing the ass. The next year, we put 25,000 people in the street. By year 3, you pass your law. It languished for 12 years. It languished for 12 years. You see, this is what Trinidadians have to understand. Not about me, or following me, or voting for me. Beat your chest too. You see the people in Iceland, Finland, Sweden, Switzerland, Norway, the Netherlands. In them countries, Prime Minister, President, DPP, Police Commissioner, don't get away with bullshit. In Sweden, Switzerland, Finland, Norway, Netherlands, you think Stephen Williams could have been on his 13th acting stint or stunt as Commissioner of Police and they not fire he, Rowley, Kamala, President, Chief Justice, every friggin' body? Iceland jail the bankers. But in this jackass land, we quick to talk shit. Full up the news feed on social media, the most powerful tool ever invented in the history of man. You could communicate globally, and you're using it to share bullshit. How many of you all shared bullshit with me that gets a response? Not even a smiley face. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. Some jackass just tell me I'm busy here to get 3 votes. I watch her Indian name, so I have to assume it's racist, and Darumai have she vote. And she don't know why, and she don't care why, but Darumai getting the vote. You could rape me, pillage me, plunder me, do what you want to me, as long as you look like me, and your hair and my hair smelling the same, do it to me. And that's the kind of jackass it is, and she will find herself here. Go on her wall, and she probably have memes. And how to tell if your horoscope sign sexy. You'll find that on her wall. You see, we have low thinkers, and I am sorry to say it. I didn't come here tonight, Good Friday, to tell you everything will be all right, because it can't. Because unlike the countries that work, the people of Trinidad and Tobago do not give a shit about their country. Because if they did, Stephen Williams, tonight there would have been an uproar. You cannot have a 13th acting stint as Commissioner of Police. What absolute, inconceivable, incomprehensible madness is that? How you could have an entire parliament of 41 souls elected that could write a law tonight, that could pass a law tomorrow, that Her Excellency the day after could pass into law. This is how we appoint a commissioner of police. We can't do that. So KPMG just get about $15 million for a stunt. KPMG. But them is PNM people, Rowley and the lead director just play golf together. And this is the bullshit of your country because that money was yours. That money was yours. And you're not getting it. All of it added up together is yours. You're suffering. You're catching your ass. You can't pay your bills. You can't read. You can't raise your children. You're sending your children to bullshit school. Your children getting raped, molested, and turned into gangsters and criminals in school. In school. And you're coming out and you're voting for parties that telling you which one promising to give you the next best handout. Then give you a OJT. I'll give you a QRT. I'll give you a SXL. All kind of bullshit you get in and you taking it while Manning marching with Guerra and Rowley appoint Marlene without answering for Berkey Burke. This is a country where the chambers of commerce and the organized bandit clans at the top dictate government policy while the organized bandit votes at the bottom. You see, Marlene was appointed because Berkey Burke and them control areas. And Rowley could tell you that. That's why he didn't say, but he could tell you. Control areas like Baka and them, the Muslimin. You have to deal with organizations in this country that have more say than you. And to the 500,000 of you who don't vote, well done. Well done. To the 500,000 of you who don't vote, well done. When the wolf reach your door, you ever hear that song, Pat Your Vagina? They have a reggae song. Because I remember when Jennifer Lopez walked up on the stage and won her first Oscar, Chris Rock was the host. And she thanked her mother, her father, her school, her friends from church. Chris Rock said, woman, thank your ass. That's what people following. And that is the truth of this country. When you see you in the hospital, like my boy Ogis, when he realized what I have been saying for years when he became a victim of it, and he ended up in a public healthcare hospital and suffer, to send a message to say, boy, Phil, boy, if I had only known, save that. Save that. Save that. When Suzette Lauer had to grab her children and run in the house because bandits with guns was coming over the wall, boy, Phil, if I had only known, save that. Call Glenn Ramadas Singh then. Call Devant. Hey, Devs, let me talk some shit. Because that seems to be what people think will solve the problems. Because those jackasses have had a chance. Devant Maharaj is a shit snake of epic proportions. A noisemaker. He is Anand Ramlogan leash boy. Devant's job is to go and put the Freedom of Information request in his name so Anand could come galloping. Fight it in court. This is the bullshit that passing for governance in this country, but the court system don't work. We just got today that it is okay for the state to come and tax your house because the state taking 4.4 billion US dollars out of your pocket every year as taxation, and it's not enough because they've decided that you say that it is okay to ride, rape, plunder, and pillage you, so they come in full speed ahead. Full speed. Because when they make that law, you think Kamala is doing that law? You put Kamala back, you think she putting back their money? No, because they are financiers that looking for this. They're looking for this. Jerlyn John walking about. Jerlyn John walking about in La Joqueta Talparo like she's an option. They put up pictures of this woman outside the lineman with Spanish and these same fellas that Rowley and them say is criminals, giving them HDC contracts. This is a mad-ass country. Criminals on top and criminals below running Trinidad and Tobago. You was in Hyatt, jamming with the president and the whole pack of them. You was there jamming? No, but Berkey Burke was. This is a criminal country. And it is so. Because you see, when they say 1.4 million, 1.3 of all you, not in no shit at all. 1.3 of all you run the spectrum from wealthy, from hard work, to catching your ass. But all you know, basically decent people. There are about 100,000 people in this country that run the spectrum of Rolls Royce driving, Ferrari storing, champagne drinking bandits. White collar, no collar. Blue collar, any collar. Doesn't matter. Criminality in this country, you could drive up to a police officer and ask him, yeah, weed? And we let that go. We let that go. We've been calling for an internal affairs investigation of the entire Trinidad and Tobago police service. You get it raw. You have weed? Boy, only about a quarter pound. And then come back and tell all you, he thought the man says seed. A drunk, you know. A drunk on duty, like that, okay. Okay, well, you're not selling weed, but you're drunk on duty. The gun on your hip and the ability to arrest people. That okay. That okay. In this viper's nest, this gangster paradise, this shithole, this third world failed banana republic, because 1.3 million of us do jack all. We talk shit. We talk a good shit. Check the news feed. Shit and more shit. You got the latest shit. This is today's shit. Did you get this morning shit? Here, Philip, the latest shit. I just ignore that shit. I don't take y'all on. I don't take it on. I'm not interested in shit. Don't show me memes about Rowley and Kamala. I don't care about that shit. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your effort, you're wasting your energy. And like pissing your pants in a dark suit, it makes you feel like you're doing something. That warm feeling is only for you. It's like rocking in a rocking chair. Gets you nowhere, bro, but it's action. Makes you feel like you're doing something. The truth of the matter is Trinidad and Tobago is how Trinidad and Tobago is because Trinidadians and Tobagonians allow it. Faris Al-Rawi, first law that he passed as Attorney General was to remove your ability to have a jury trial. The next law that he tried to pass was to make cyber crimes. If they didn't agree with what you post on Facebook, lock up your ass. The third law, the anti-gang bill. Inside of the anti-gang bill, police have the authority, kick down door, break open your house, come in your business, no warrant, just bare suspicion, and arrest you and detain you. Commissioner of Police say they should have no limit to how long they hold you. You see, you're not getting it until you're inside a hole, you know. When you're inside a hole and it dawned on you that all the things that you thought were there to protect you, this government is dismantling. It is dismantling it piece by piece. And the opposition saying nothing. Calamity in the parliament. And you want us to pretend and speak nice, talk well. Ramon Fuller says he loves Philip. He loves Philip's policies. He don't like Philip saying bullshit and jackass. Ramon, I want you to hear me again. Bullshit and jackass will leave my conversation when we remove the jackasses that are doing bullshit from all our public offices. Right now, Stephen Williams has 7,000. This is the number I've been told. Now, you have to sue the Commissioner of Police for your gun license. If you sue him, if he gets a pre-action protocol letter, he will respond to your application. And he will deny your application so you could then begin the appeals process that he is the head of. So it's a bullshit game. You understand how that works? In Trinidad and Tobago, nothing is working. I made my first live video, frustrated, coming out of Republic Bank 2.5 years ago. Fed up of trying to get US and having to negotiate for 100 US and a 200 US. And I went outside Movie Town, by where the cars park that is in port. And I asked Colm Imbert to explain to the nation why the average citizen cannot get US, but hundreds of millions of US dollars is being used every day, every week, every month, every year to import cars in this country, how they get in their US. And that video went viral, millions of views. I thought Beyonce and Jay-Z was going to call. I thought, well, this is Phil, Hollywood is coming. That never materialized. Since then, we've been in politics and having videos every night. But the point I want to make to you is, nothing changed. Nothing changed. You know why? Because we didn't say. And I said, I'm not going to change my vehicle. I'm going to make a point. I'm going to drive my van until my van fall apart. I'm not buying another one. They're not getting profit from me. I'm going to wait it out. Every 2 years, 3 years, you're changing vehicles. Stop that shit. Don't give them money. Leave the cars parked up there, but we not so. We not so. Last year, April, not this year, last year, April, I said, Trinidad and Tobago, they are making a mess with the Superfast Glacier. They're going to mess up this contract. That boat is going to leave. And if that boat leaves, it's trouble. Oh, you don't remember that? Before anybody else talked about the Tobago ferry, I said, it coming. What they're trying to do, you see, the PNM found out that UNC financiers had given themselves a contract managing the shipping, the ferry system, where they were getting a piece of the pie for the Superfast Glacier. And the PNM said, nah, we want that. But the jackasses in the PNM, incompetent crooks, bungling thieves, mash up the Superfast Glacier contract without having something in place. Slap together a fast thing called Bridgman's Trinidad Limited that half of them should have made a jail for. But you can't call for that because the opposition leader and the prime minister in the same cahoots. Take Keith Rowley, Renaissance. I'm going in on Keith. Keith Rowley, I want you and Colm Imbert to know that I know what all you do in Westridge Villas and Diego Martin, you know. And they have 6 properties inside of there. Keith Rowley and Colm Imbert, I want you all to know that I'm coming at you with that. And I'm going by Renaissance Towers with Gillen and Rahal for you, Keith Rowley and Camille Robinson Regis, to explain to the nation. And I come in with that too. I ain't climbing over a wall and going in schoolyard and say, look, this school finished, open the school. Fred that. That's for UNC to do. UNC and Kamla who want to organize a march down by Couva Hospital. Kamla was supposed to make a jail for that hospital. That hospital cost us 10 times the cost of a hospital. And she put the name Children's Hospital on it to chain you up. To make you feel, oh God, this is suffering the children. Call it a children's hospital and now you take that jam normal. $1 billion. Still owing China for that. China don't mind. China will pass and pick up Trinidad and go with it. Because we have oil and we have gas and we have pitch. And as long as they can take all the oil and all the gas and all the pitch, they're cool. China will make sure that under Keith Rowley, Patrick Manning, Basdeo Pandey and Kamla Prasad Bissessar, they will have you and your children's children mortgaged to them for the next 100 years. China building the biggest embassy. It's taking them about 5 years now. Drive through Maraval and see the monstrosity China building in Trinidad and Tobago, along Circular Road. China Chingsu and China Railway. What are they here for? Money. Like this company Bouygues from France. Them just here because they know. Colm Imbert got vexed in the parliament when I solved the Diego Martin traffic problem because Colm Imbert wanted to dig a tunnel through the mountain into Cocorite. That what I proposed shouldn't have cost more than 50 million. That Kamla spent 300 million is between you and Kamla. But Colm was going to spend 500 million. And he was getting a tunnel with an overpass in Diego Martin, 4 roads. When I went and get George Aboud and them to agree that they will give up some land in Starlight, I negotiated all of that to make that bypass happen. Now people forget. People who live in Westmoreland and Goodwood Park and Goodwood Gardens and Diego Martin and PT Valley forget. They forget that they used to line up in traffic from Movie Town every afternoon for 3 hours. And the people in St. James and Woodbrook and St. Clair and Newtown forget that every side street was jammed up with cars as people trying to skip line. People in Westmoreland forget round the roundabout. Line up all the way to Westmore, people trying to bypass. Trying to bypass Diego Martin traffic before I solve that problem. And to those who sit in traffic every single morning to come out of Diego Martin, it is because Suruj Rambachan is a son of a bitch. You still sit in that traffic. Because at the bottom, the opposite, the completion of the whole project, from the moment you pass Powder Magazine, there is enough land to build a lane. It needs 1 lane. That's all it needs. From Powder Magazine to the Cocorite Hospital. It's about 200 meters and the land is free and it exists. Ironically, the only place you might have to reclaim is Catherine Stallmeyer White husband, Gregory White place, where they just make the syrups for the sweet drink. Next door to Mohammed's Hardware. That is the only one that built out onto the actual roadway when everybody else set back. Maybe they stole the land, maybe they acquired it legally. You might have to acquire it back from them. But the solution is right there. Once you get to the traffic to Cocorite Hospital, the rest is free flowing. Thank me later. It's like Richard Azar of Ellerslie Plaza and Dairy fame and West Mall is keeping you all in Maraval from having a traffic solution. Richard Azar, who bought the Chief Justice House on the corner of, what street is that? That's Wainwright. For millions of dollars. He said, I'll spend an extra $1 million, man. I get it for a deal. Big shot thing. Swing that dick, bro. But Richard Azar don't want you to drive through Sinclair. Because he's a big shot. He ships different flavors of ice cream. So Richard Azar will make sure that no government agrees to this. But if you had a government that brought Bossier Village through Rapsy Street, through the top along Circular Road, all the traffic in Maraval done. 2 lanes. A quick circle. A quick circle. You don't even need to give Calco a contract. All you need to do is remove the traffic lights and put in some one-way signs. 2 lanes coming out of Maraval, through Bossier Village, into Rapsy Street, through Barbados Road, the top of Long Circular Road. 2 lanes, 2 lanes. So when the taxis stop, that ain't no problem. We could still go. But right now when you stop to get a little food by Creole Kitchen, or to turn into the gas station, you back everybody up to Santa Cruz. The same thing used to happen by 4 roads. That's what used to happen by 4 roads. One man stopped to buy a bread and then back up to move it on. So when you fix it, it fixes. But they don't want them kind of fix. They want to spend billions. Colm Imbert knows. Ray Furlong will tell you, we don't need a rapid rail. But Colm Imbert needs there to be traffic. Because Trini is lazy with itself and the democracy. Trinis will sit down and stew in that traffic and say, oh God, man, I don't care what it costs, fix it. Blue Waters sponsored Rapid Rail. You want that? You can get that, you know. You want that Francis fashion cable car? You can get that. Because this is the bullshit country we live in, where the masses who control what is done in this country have decided to abdicate their responsibility and talk shit on social media. Waste the last best chance you have because Farris coming to turn it off, you know. Farris can turn it off. Let Farris walk. Farris walk is to take away all of your civil rights and all your freedoms of expression. So at some point, Farris is going to find a reason to turn off social media. Wait, they can stunt something. One of them make-believe con jobs, like, you see what happened Carnival time with the terrorist thing? Come on, they got to do something. You hear about 5 people named call, they get arrested, they use social media for some ta-ta-ta, shut it down. Save Trinidad to be on the rest of you, but yeah, boy, good. Protect us. Thank you, Lord Farris. Thank you. And this is what goes on. This is what goes on in Trinidad and Tobago. This is why they get away with it. They get away with it because we are irresponsible. People will talk to you about, boy, Philip, you see your videos. As get more information in 1 hour in your video than I get in 1 week in school, but you're using up my data. But go and follow the same bitch on Ian Alleyne. Ian Alleyne weeping for Sharon. Ian Alleyne that want to be crime fighter in Trinidad and Tobago, weeping for Sharon. That was my friend. Sharon is my boy. Right, Ian? Ian Alleyne want to say that. Now, understandably, Ian need to get paid. And nobody outside of the Davy Boodoo saying rent a amp, rent a tire, all them shit that Davy does rent, because once the government willing to spend money, Davy buying it, rent a toilet, all them toilets still park up in the North Stand, Davy, and them still get paid for that, I show. But them kind of people, Sharon, that's who will put money in a show like Ian Alleyne show. He ain't getting Ansa Makal. He not getting Sapka money. And man want to get paid. Trinidad and Tobago. We are running this country like we do not care about tomorrow. You ever hear this saying, let the devil take tomorrow? That is our slogan. Let the devil take tomorrow. Tonight, a drunk and a whining back hard. So a little jackass, stunting Grenadian, could come here, fail journalist, and get paid by the UNC. The same Kamala that trying to pretend She ain't pay Cambridge Analytica and Aggregate IQ and SCL. The same Kamala that ducking that, but it coming at her like a freight train, you know. You see, it already in the Canadian Parliament and it in the British Parliament. So today she tried to shift it. She says COP. Timothy Hammersmith sent me a message. I said, bro, don't be sharing Kamala bullshit press release, you know. She trying to put this on the COP. He said, I know. But she was the leader of the People's Partnership, which was a hybrid of the UNC COP. And the COP wasn't engaging Cambridge Analytica without her knowing, full knowledge. The same Kamala that will pretend that what they're saying in the British Parliament and the Canadian Parliament and in the Boston Globe is not her. It's the same Kamala through her second-hand, third-hand, fourth-hand bullshitocracy that passes for a political party, the UNC, that paying stunters like Marcia Braveboy, Alan Carriman Stark to attack Philip Alexander. Because Philip Alexander and the PEP exists, people leaving the UNC in droves. They leaving the UNC like they had left that party in Valsane when everybody gets shit-ins from the bad roti. Here what I'm telling you. So she panicking. And all them chickens gonna come home to roost. All them chickens gonna come home to roost. You see, they ain't gonna expose contractor shit in Trinidad. They ain't gonna expose that. What they will they will agree. Because two of them will use. And listen, people all you know, ignore the trolls. Anything they post will be deleted after the video. So they get like 15 minutes of fame. Stay focused. Kamala and Keith, them don't have to deal here. Because them all the games that they play, they know the same contractors work in PNM, work in UNC. But you see the people outside, them, when they come for you, the people that forget they shan't steal. All this time they stand in Trinidad and Tobago and use the Trinidad courts and use the Trinidad Attorney General to keep themselves from going Miami. Because it was done. It was done. And they're still waiting on them. Leave Trinidad now. Ish, get on a plane. Get on a plane. I tell you this, forget the stunters. All of them who get in the chest powder, PNM and UNC, ignore them. You take responsibility for you. One vote matters. One vote makes a difference. And it will change this country. You see, the COP was lazy. The COP got 175,000 votes in 2007. But Dukaran, that jackass, was in a hustle and a hurry to get himself in a position of power. So he went and cut a deal with Darumai. But that wasn't the role of the COP. The Congress of the People was born out of continuing the role of the NAR. That instead of proportional representation, we will make sure that there is a vehicle for those who are not represented by the racist, tribal PNM and UNC. But Dukaran was in a hurry. Dukaran was in a hurry. Because that 175,000 in 2007 could have become 210, 220,000 in 2010. And that could have put the COP in equal, if not better position in the parliament. But Dukaran panicked. Dukaran panicked. He didn't know how to read the leaves. Because Dukaran feel that the people vote for Douglas, Lincoln Douglas, or they vote for Anel Roberts, or they vote for, what's this third one? I can't remember his name. Tall guy. The three of them. But the three of them only get votes as the COP because the people of Arima punish PNM. And if Dukaran had understood politics, he would have slowed his roll. When Manning blanked Penelope Beckles, the people of Arima say, well, they're in trouble. And if COP had done their job, the people of the PNM and the people of the UNC would have had an opportunity to leave both of those bandit parties, but Dukaran was the wrong man. Weak little man. He just there for accolades. Dukaran wants people to scratch the back of his head. Nice doggy. That is not who you want for a leader. You need people who are willing to confront and resolve the issues that are plaguing this country 56 years. Because government come and government go, the police service still is a criminal gangster's paradise that the head of the police complaints authority called the biggest gang in Trinidad. And now you see it live. You could drive up and order weed. Man give you his number. The man give you his number. I swear, the only thing that would have made that video more perfect is if his number was 681 weed. PNM, UNC. Police service same way. PNM, UNC. Hospital, same way. PNM, UNC, court system, same way. PNM, UNC, food price, same way. PNM UNC, bankers raping you, robbing you, plundering you, same way. PNM UNC doesn't make a difference to the collective life of Trinidad and Tobago. You get a box train in front of your house with mosquito biting you down by your job. Come on, man. Come on, man. At what point do we get to the point where we, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, start encouraging people of integrity and morality and character to stand up as our political leaders? When are we going to talk about cleaning up the police service, securing the nation's borders, making all schools 10-year schools, zoning the schools, giving the children GPAs, abolishing the SCA, creating a prestige school system for all? When are we going to discuss building 41 health centers, not all these bullshit hospitals that has make work contracts for big businessmen to come? Rahal and them build house. Rahal was in cloth before PNM. Rahal getting the house business and the school business. This is Trinidad, and the voters who continue to choose between Bandit Clan A and Bandit Clan B are responsible. Are responsible for the condition of this country. A little boy woke up to me outside Roti Cafe in Santa Cruz. Say, you had my full support till you lash out at Stark. I say, Stark is a shit snake and you are a fool. Because if you stop in voting for me, because I call Stark a shit snake, keep your vote. But I know and I'm watching you and you was never going to vote. And I'm telling you all this is a fact. If you could listen to somebody tell you all the different ways to fix all the things that are wrong in this country and get vexed because them and that and another person follow, you hold your vote, take your shit. Vote for the shit of your choice. Vote PNM and UNC. Them never fall out with nobody. Vote for them. Vote for them. And when they come back into power, Stark will still be a little suffering jackass and all the other followers that following him. And anybody who think I'm wrong for saying that, switch me off. Marcia Brave Boy, shit snake. Stark, shit snake. It is a bunch of shit snakes to Dane Wilson. Shit snake extraordinaire. Dane Wilson is such a shit snake. The PNM fired him as the youth officer and put a 65-year-old man, Fitzgerald Hines, to replace him. You don't want to hear this because it is hard for you to look in the mirror. But I look in the mirror every single day. And I take responsibility for myself. Right now, tonight, I don't want to be doing this video. Right now, tonight, this is not me doing this out of love. If I wanted to do this out of love, you'll know I have the ability to tell you all the things that make you want to kiss me, love me, and send me hang-up notes in the emails. I am doing this out of discipline, out of want and desire for a better country. And if it happens due to anything that I do, then I am okay. But I know I have already done enough in my life to have given back to my country 10 times over. I have already lived up to the requirements of my citizenship. And I wish that every single other person could decide to take it upon themselves to say, you know what? I will stand up and I will do what I could. I will either organize myself, a group and a team and a committee and an organization, a political party, an activist council, something. And I will get involved and I will make a change in this country. I will do it myself. If I can't get a team to plant 1,000 trees, I will plant 1 tree. Myself and Candice went to stand up in the savannah across from the Archbishop House at our twist-up, bend-up, yang tree that we planted there in 2010. Amory Brown, Vasant Bharat was there for the planting. Because we made sure everybody was present. The truth of the matter is, if 1 million people in Trinidad and Tobago decided that the bullshit need to stop, the bullshit will stop. If 1 million people went to the bank tomorrow and gave them notice, if you do not stop charging fees on my account, I'm coming to close my account. If 1 million people did that to every bank in Trinidad and Tobago, the Bankers Association will call a press conference to announce the cancellation, the cessation, the abolition of all fees. But we not that. We just try to play rich. We catch and we ask. We overdue and we rent. The bank have people outside looking for we car. We can't pay courts, but we in the grocery saying, I liking this, I think I'll take 2. You can't own your suffering. You can't own it. You want to pretend you're rich and you're catching your ass in a country, ironically, where if you were honest with yourself, you would be rich. Because you are an heir to the 3rd wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere. But because you don't have enough testicular fortitude or spine to say, I want mine, because I want mine. I don't want it through a contract. I want it through my share. A proper caring government in this country would have had this country running so properly that every Trinidadian would have get a check for their share of the dividends every year on their birthday. What? We do well, boy, look at girl, 50,000. Because this is a country that besides owning oil and gas, besides having the largest pitch lake in the world, we also the only Caribbean country outside of the hurricane belt. So Lloyd's of London waiting to hear Trinidad say, we want to get back into the yachting industry because they want to send all the pleasure craft here. Because we'll save them billions of dollars. Because when the hurricanes pass through, one of the first things that smash up is the boats. And if all the boats could park up in Trinidad and Tobago, well, we win. Dubai that you keep talking about, Dubai that just built islands out of the sea, Dubai that built billion-dollar skyscrapers, that Dubai didn't make its money in oil. Dubai made its money in shipping turnaround, and I'm the only person that's telling you all about that. But because of where Trinidad is located in close proximity to the north and south hemispheres, we outside of the hurricane belt, we could be making billions of dollars doing that. Forget oil and gas. When the king of Saudi Arabia said, we don't care if the price of oil reach $1. In this country, we have jackasses like Stuart Young, Faris Al-Rawi, Colin Burt, and Keith Rowley holding hands in the savannah, praying for a raise in the price of oil. In a country where up to $60 is the cost of our oil production because of all of the debt that we have now for Petrotrin. Petrotrin is like a drain hole on Trinidad and Tobago. That for as long as that exists, a significant portion of our budget is spent upkeeping that white elephant. Go there and see. Ask them to tell you. Shipping tourism, cruise ship tourism could put 1 million feet on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago in a year. All you need to do is go to Carnival Cruises, Monarch Cruises, Disney Cruises, and all the big cruises and cut a deal with them and do joint ventures with them and give them their own beach, give them their own marina. Say, come and set up large here. Because 1 million people spending $1,000 in your country is $1 billion a year. And we could do that. But right now, there is a concerted plan to destabilize and destroy Trinidad, because everything I tell you, they have some deep pocket 1%ers who make money off criminal contracts, corruption, drug smuggling. They involve in all. You think these little stunters running around town holding you up for your wallet, you think them importing the guns? Come now, man. Come now, man. Really and truly, think about it, man. Think about it. Think about the impact of a maritime security wall on this country. Think about shutting down the borders. Think about cleaning up the police service. Think about when you watch court on TV and you hear a lawyer begging the judge, just one more question, Your Honor. The judge knows there is a clock on that case, that I can't let lawyers waste time. You are wasting the court's time. You hear it on Law and Order and all these court shows all the time. In Trinidad, you could just talk for weeks and my legs. And there's no problem. Because we can adjourn forever till Mars return to Venus. It doesn't matter, because in Trinidad and Tobago, our court system doesn't work. And it's not set up to work until they need it. But generally, it doesn't have to. It could be bullshit too. Cases could go on for 25 years. Imagine this country if all civil matters had to be concluded in 3 and all criminal matters in 5. Judges and lawyers will work. But they don't have to now. They don't have to. Because that is not the law. And it won't become the law as long as you keep electing into office shit snakes like Kamla Persad-Bissessar and Keith Rowley. Because those two failures, you see Basdio Pandey and Patrick Manning, shit snakes. Check their track record. Basdio Pandey spent 5 years building a set of police station and an airport. But nothing in the country working. Nothing. The education system, they say no child left behind. That is a fact. We fail all. We have a certification mill where at the end of every year, 20,000 children come out lost and gumless, functionally illiterate, soon to be baton twirlers for Amalgamated Security and cashiers and floor moppers in KFC. Because that's what we're doing our children when we allow our education system to fail. But you're not going to fix that with fancy words and praying the rosary in Nelson Mandela Square. You're going to fix that by confronting the fact that this is a shit snake, third world, shithole, viper's nest, gangster's paradise, failed nation, banana republic by design. Last year, 2017, the entire global economy expanded 3.5%. The third wealthiest nation in the Western Hemisphere, the wealthiest nation in the Caribbean, we had a recession. that continues to this day. And shit snake Kamala and shit snake Keith can't tell you yet why. And they can't tell you yet how to fix it. Because them just fighting for spoils. Like two gangs of fat pigs. All they want to do is control the trough. While your work is to eat what fall out on the ground while them eating. I did not get involved in politics to form a political party to do the same shit as the PNM and the UNC. I will shake it free of any shitons in its ranks before I allow it to fail. I have put blood, sweat and tears into creating a vehicle for this country to have a real political voice, not to come along and pretend to be one of the other office seekers. If there are people who are right now inside the Progressive Empowerment Party, think for 1 second that that is what we're about, you have another thing coming.
If it is that who you're voting, well, the other doubt. When you're voting, vote them out. Vote them out. If it is they prove it to be only full amount. When you're voting, vote them out.
Vote them out.
If it is the time is now, then
Change must come about.
just as how you vote them in, vote them out.
There will never be another time. If it is one thing I have been using this vacation to do is to think and to see and to contrast and compare who else besides me there is. There is nobody else. There are a lot of people who are willing to try and parlay and negotiate themselves into a position that say, well, we ain't going housing for all, maybe. I see TTMF announced zero interest, but they still want a deposit and you have to be working for $14,000 a month. They still ain't catch it yet. When we say housing for all, we mean even the lowest minimum wage earner, if he is earning $2,250 a month, must be able to buy a house. That is what we're standing for. That is what we're fighting for. When we say clean up the police service, we say clean it up. When the internal affairs pass through, they clean it up. If you committed a crime, you will be fired. You will be removed. You have violated your oath of service to protect and serve. If you are not ready to do that, leave the job.
Register and vote them out. If they don't see, vote them out. Stain your finger and vote them out. Show them no mercy, vote them out. Vote them out with total skull and utter disdain. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out of power to be their reign. Let's put our country together again.
Conscious, committed, contributing citizens. That's how Finland, Norway, Switzerland, Sweden, Iceland, the Netherlands, those countries don't make news. They don't make news. Because they work. The countries work. It's about small cabinets, management systems, government that serve the people, and people that take their democracy and their role and their responsibility, the management of the affairs of their country very seriously. We cannot continue to be shit snakes in Trinidad and Tobago and not live in a shit snake country. We cannot continue to pretend that it is okay to laugh and joke about serious things and that somebody else will come and clean it up. We have to all take our responsibility to this democracy very seriously. Because we're not going anywhere continuing like this. There is enough memes and jokes. Let's call it a day. We've had that. Let's now grow up. It is time for us as people to look at our children, look at our family, look at our neighbors. All of us who jump on a plane, we leave people behind, you know. And if you had the skills and the ability to clean up this country and you abdicated your responsibility, then you had to consider yourself selfish. I love the members of the Progressive Empowerment Party who are foreign-based. And I think, and I said, these people have escaped the clutches of this viper's nest, this gangster's paradise. They're in first world nations outside there and they could be liking themselves. People like Ali G and Anil Maraj and Marissa Bash who don't stop looking back. Anthony Sinanan and his wife Joan who don't stop looking back and trying to help those left behind. Those are patriots. I salute you all tonight. Terminate the rain.
Let's put our country together again.
Leaders who serve and servants who lead. That was supposed to be the message for Good Friday. Leaders who serve and servants who lead. I want to pay homage again tonight to some leaders who serve and some servants who lead. Ali G, who is the head of all of the PEP overseas chapters. Tony Defoe, the director of PEP Media. Carlene Sideno, who is PEP Marketing. Dave Lux, our head of security. Debily Jaikaran, she's the head of events. Delwood Braffett, deputy political leader, national security advisor. Felicia Holder, chairman of the party. Giselle Jordan Young, treasurer. Janice Lemon Creaky, PRO. Kenneth Luke, chairman of the advisory council. Limoy Chen, she's the head of the management committee. Lima McLeod Wilkinson, she is organizing all of the groups and organizations in Trinidad as a liaison. Maya Khan, she's the head of all of our social media and digital marketing. Anne-Marie Dulal, Chief Research Officer. Richard Blaze, Deputy National Security Advisor, Assistant HR Manager. Rohan San, he's the head of our website. Ryan Chinsang, Interim Leader of the Youth Arm. Sarah Nabi, Second Deputy Political Leader, Head of the Social Development Arm. Satish Ramsaran, he's the Head of our Finance Council. Shanna Melissa, who does all of our outdoor advertising. Shari Wilson, Party Organizer. Shazelle Ramjit, Gender Affairs Officer. Suzanne Joseph, who does all of our graphics. She's the Interim Chair of our entire communication team. Sean Sunarain, he is Deputy Chairman and Head of all of Human Resources of the party. Usha Debedin, who is also co-manager of the management team. There's a couple more people I need for you to hear their names because I want you to know this is no fly-by-night party and this is no one-man show. So the people who want you to believe that it is, and they have some other people like Keita Chandler, who is a darling to this party, and she may not have a post right now, but she's a pillar of the PEP. And you need to know that this is the kind of party that you have working for you, representing you. These are some other names you need to know also, who are on the advisory council that is writing policies of this party to prepare us for government. Alex Carl, Carla Jean, Chalana Birchwood, Derek Singh, Diana McIver, Helen Montandon, Kerry Grant, and that's the Advisory Council. We are building up and building out. The Progressive Empowerment Party is a massive organization, more suited for government than either of the racist, tribal, bandit clans that you've elected to office. Now I want to say this. When I say that I don't want the role of political leader, because I know what Trinidad has a vision of and what it wants to be. And I know, and I had to say to somebody, a guy like Winston Churchill could have never have been Prime Minister of England. Winston Churchill became Prime Minister of Great Britain because of World War II. He was harsh, he was rough, he was abrasive. But he was the right man for the right job at the right time. I hate that of all my skills, because I'm charming, I'm cute, I'm fun, I'm a really good, calm guy. But I'm upset and irritated that on my vacation, Trinidadians and Tobagonians almost lost their lives at sea because Colm Inbert is a shithung and Rohan Sinanan is a shit snake. And they're led by jackass in chief, Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley, the first black Syrian. Now when I say it like that, Trinidadians, oh gosh, boy Philip, don't be so. But when I say it like that, it hammers it home that you have to understand these shit snakes and shithounds are paid $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a month to do the job, not to stunt and play. How the hell did Rumperman con the voters into paying $150,000 settlement for his sex rump? Keith Rowley is a madman. How is Daryl Smith still have a job? How did Keith Rowley decide to take treasury money, taxpayers' funds, and pay a next man fine for molesting a secretary? How? How does Daryl Smith and Keith Rowley still have a job? After putting all of those people's lives at risk, when that boat that was not suited for inter-island transport caught fire at sea, how was Rohan Sinanan not handcuffed and thrown in jail, dragged before a court? How? How is it possible that Kamla Prasad Bisesa could stand up in front of UNC sycophants and tell them that what's going on in the Canadian Parliament and the British Parliament is lies? They're lying on we. That we didn't hire Cambridge Analytica. That the most corrupt information gathering organization on planet Earth started in Trinidad. How is that possible? How is it possible? We, the people of this country, we deserve the best. I am upset that of all the skill sets I had to bring to the table to lead you out of the bondage of the criminal conspiracy that is Kamla, Keith, Manning, Pandey, PNM, UNC bullshitocracy. I am upset to my core that the best of my skill sets that had to be used was that I had to be the one to get you to see and to say that this is a shithole, that this is a failed nation, that we are third world, that this is a criminal conspiracy, a gangster's paradise, a viper's nest, a narco state. This Trinidad and Tobago, your country, amidst every other global 187 countries who all prospered in 2017, we're in a recession. You tell me how we dealing with that. Tell me.
If their policy is a policy, bureaucracy,
a catastrophe, if they cannot cope and you're seeing so, then your only hope is for them to go. You think Keith Christopher Mugabe Sabga Rowley doesn't know that Trinidad and Tobago is a drug den? If I knew that they held 4 detainees from Venezuela, immigration held 4, all 4 were diagnosed with malaria, transferred to Mount Hope. A week ago, 1 escaped, and there was no bee on the lookout. There was no bee on the lookout for and a picture of the escaped detainee. So that all of law enforcement and all of Trinidad and Tobago, all of those big screens that you see all over the country, should have had that person's picture. Be on the lookout. Matter of national importance. You're going to find them. There's a postage stamp. But we didn't. So now we have also, on top of all of the other unforced errors to deal with, a growing malaria epidemic. Welcome to the Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic. Do what the hell you like, lad.
If it is fabrication, these statements that they spout, when you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. If it is a frustration, does make you want to shout, when you're voting, vote them out, vote them out. Before they misuse out, cheap bucks and loud and digs out. If it you, vote them in, vote them out. Register and vote them out. All of them, vote them out. Stick your finger and vote them out. Them on the system, vote them out. Vote them out in Scarborough and in Port of Spain. Let's put our country together again. Vote them out in Comodo and in La Romaine. Let's put our country together again.
Kamla Prasad Bisesa, inquiring minds want to know. I met with, 4 years ago, your chief communications guy, a fellow by the name of Shem Baldio Singh. And I am being told that Shem Baldio Singh, Kamla, your #1 guy, Shem Baldio Singh, I am being told, and Gary Griffith, I hope you're paying attention. If Gary is not watching this, somebody get this message to Gary, because PNM's short young girlfriend, Asha Javid, tried to throw this Cambridge Analytica bullshit on Gary Griffith as Minister of National Security. What they need to be doing is talking to Jack Warner and Shem Baldio Singh and Kamla Prasad Bisesa. The fact that you're pretending to play, that you're not involved in this, is disgraceful. But they ain't gonna you know. Yeah, this is not a Trinidad thing. They're coming for you. To the rest of you all who still stink, who still think that we could continue as we go in and get somewhere, what to tell you? What to tell you? You could drive drunk every night till you crash and dead. All of the drives prior to crashing and dying, you win. All it takes is one loss. All of you who think that we could continue this and don't have to at some point pay a price as a country, that we don't end up worse than Venezuela and Haiti and Somalia, continue going as you're going. All those who getting a little handout now, like Judas on your 30 piece of silver, all of you Judases out there who killing the proverbial Christ every time you sell your brothers and sisters down the road because you get a chance and a line and a piece and an option and an opportunity because you have a blue lights, or you get a government contract, or you have a shortcut, or you have some kind of work. Every time you take those 30 pieces of silver, you're going to sow the seeds of your own demise and that of everybody else that you're related to. Everybody else. And when you see those people have to hold their head and ball because the crisis and the calamity reach home, you can't pretend that you weren't criminally complicit, that the enabler wasn't worse than the thief. You who drive in the getaway car, all of you professionals, lawyers and accountants who sanitizing and legalizing outright criminal corruption and theft in this country, they have a special place in hell for people like you all. As I leave you tonight, because I am still on vacation, so you won't see another video from me for at least another week, but I implore you to use the message of Easter, of the risen Christ, to rise from the madness that is Trinidad and Tobago, to shake off the crown of thorns and remove from your hands and your feet the nails that bind you to the bullshit that is Trinidad and Tobago. Stop it. We need to get up and get going as one people, under one flag. They have no black and Indian and Chinese and Syrian when it's suffering time, you know. Your race don't make a difference when it's time to, when it's hungry time, you know. When the wolf reach your door, the wolf to check your race, you know. We, the people of Trinidad, malaria mosquito, and checking to see if it biting PNM or UNC, you know. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to unite ourselves as one people under one flag and stand up and stand together. All of the people of the country, ignore the bullshit, ignore the bacchanal. There's a reason all the PNM and UNC trolls target me. There's a reason. Because what I say to you is information that they were always deathly afraid that you would have. That the media is a criminal construct designed to give you government propaganda that masks the activities of an oligarchy that have plundered and pillaged this nation for 56 years. Pandey Manning, Kamala Rowley, $1 trillion. Anybody could see that money anywhere on the landscape. Call me, tell me, show me. I get out of politics that day. Until I see you again, Trinidad and Tobago, do me a favor. Take responsibility for yourself, for your family, for your home, for your community, for your neighborhood, for your country. Stand up together as one people under one flag. It is going to work. If they had 1,000 like me, the earthquake would have been rumbling through this country. 10,000 like me, and all of them oligarchs and criminals panicking. 100,000 and the game change. It is time to get yourself together. Your vote matters. Your voice matters. Your opinion matters. Stop sharing bullshit. Stop being in the bullshit game. Get into serious thing now. All the people on your news feed who sharing nonsense, all the memes and all the crap that tries to make fun of serious thing, that is to anesthetize you, to take your outrage away. Unfriend those people. Block them on WhatsApp. You don't need that bullshit. Until Trinidad and Tobago is working, we can't be in this games thing. We can't be laughing and joking and making jokes and memes about serious things. It's time for us to wake up as a people. And I'm telling you something. You will know, you know. You will know. You will know when the price of food coming down. You will know when everybody could get a job. You will know when you hear that everybody could get a home, even minimum wage earners. You will know when you hear, boy, police running scared because they're investigating police for criminal corruption. You will know when the drug laws relocated because we put a maritime security wall around the country. You will know when all them gangs leave the schools. You will know when the teachers who not performing have to go and find a different profession while we make a proper education system. You will know when healthcare becomes first world, professional, dignified in their service. You will know you're living in a country that works. When those things start to happen, you will know. Right now, it is not so, and we need to get there. If you want a better nation, stand together as one people under one flag. The Progressive Empowerment Party was built as a vehicle, as a real option, a proper alternative to the nonsense that has passed as politics in this country. And if you want a better nation, get involved, get busy, and start to serve. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.